we lost no progress. We lost 0 progress. So it's only the streaming PC that died. Speaking of dying, it's the Knights in on Paradox's eco as well. That's a load of death. So Team Brexit, they took their small military advantage, and they've really snowballed this into a pretty major advantage, sort of everywhere. Not ideal, really. They're breaking in. Robo down to 40 vils. Paradox at 40 vils. It's nicht good. As we try and run some vils out, but the Knights are there. Oh dear. It's not gone well, has it? Yeah, losing in all the places now. And all the while, like Lowerty's like, it's fine, we're gonna expand the eco. 3 TCs down, 3 TCs down for Acro. On top of that, it's Castle didn't really help a huge amount from poor Alfred, but he is score lead, so maybe it helped him. But Paradox, he knows there's Team Robo. They call GG Team Acro, Team Brexit, too strong. R.I.P. R.I.P. Poor Team Robo. Here's some scores. They look like scores. Military KD, pretty good for Lowerty, 2.17 KD. So Alfred did fine, but Lowerty getting that damage in. Economy was economy. Technology, society, and, a game that ends comfortably in Castle Age. So, Brexit speedrunning Shrubland. Which, always a bit of excitement when people get to speedrun Shrubland. Watch replays next. Good morning, Ginger. Acro's just too fast. He's just too fast. Imagine, right, like 50 EAPM to me is having like two people's worth of APM. Like that's what that is to me. That's two people. I just want to be right size in this chair. Like that's two people on the mouse, just spamming. Exactly. It's bollocks. It's cheating. Speaking of bollocks and cheating, game number 2 we will be in. Actually no. Hold on. Before we game number 2, we should probably have a quick click off of these. We had Mayans and Magyars and I've already forgotten. We had Georgians losing. We had Vietnamese losing. We had... I don't remember what the rest of them were. I think it was Koreans. Yeah, and Huns. Nice. And it was Franks. I remember it being Franks and Ethiopians, wasn't it? That was it. Mayans, Ethiopians, Franks, and Magyar. Can you name a more like trad Age of Empires squad than Mayans, Ethiopians, Franks, Magyars? Yeah. Love me some Co-op Cup. So that's a Shrubland win for Team Brexit. And now, Compass. Now we move to Compass. Yeah, full hamster. Well, do you get to hamster on this kind of map? I'm not convinced you do. Everybody beelines out. Docks on the way down for all, as there's a mass migration of nomad nonsense. Dock on the way down on the island, but will be a smidge later for Lowerty. And who do we have making up our teams this time? We have Paradox, Will, Robo, and Alfred, and Steve, Emu, Acro, and Lowerty. So no, I think did we swap out Steve? So it's the same for Team Robo, but we swapped out Steve. This is also a hamster map. Steve played last game. Did he? Wow. I'm it's me forgetting poor Steve. Steve must have been smashing it. It was less dramatic, but then they got a solid raid on Paradox. Do we have some inklings about where our opponents are? So yes, to a certain extent, we know that we're nice and close to Acro for Will. Romans, Armenians, Persians, and Japanese is like, there's some choices here. Vikings, Malians, Incas, and Dravidians, and yet nary a longsword will be made. Kind of sickening, isn't it? Kind of sickening. No longswords in our lives. Yeah, choices were made with this TC spot. Lowerty's 1 second idle TC bench next time. And well, I'm glad we're here to be able to spot out the crippling mistakes of various team members. Lowerty has kind of lucked out with his TC position. It is at least spotted. Yeah, Lowerty's down here, but there's nobody else around Lowerty. Nearest opponent is Alfred, right? Like, so Lowerty's lucked out. We've always known that Acro would be a tough captain. You know, we often wonder what's his ELO. And it turns out that his ELO is entirely proportionate to his being a hard ass. Hey, Grandy. Well, you know, we wanted to give people something to watch while they were all sat at work. I had 8 days of holiday that I needed to take by the end of March. So today is just a random midweek holiday for me. So we're filling it with casting the Rex of GB draft from last night that didn't get cast live because I guess nobody wanted to. Because nobody wanted to. So there's 2 sets to do, which is a nice bit of time killing. There is also 2 sets this evening as well. I will cast one of them with Happy the Andy, I believe. And that'll leave another set to go as Rex. And then I'll also be casting on Tuesday for the other set that's on Tuesday. So yeah, there's quite a lot of GB draft. On top of that, we should also have the start of Tarnished Deathmatch League, and hopefully the start of Akal's 2v2 League, which I think I will do a bit of following as well. So there's a lot going on. On top of that, as Grandy obviously knows, we've got Land Madness on tour. I think we're down to like the last, what is it, less than 15 not pre-sale, the cheaper tickets. There's 15 cheaper tickets left for Epic 45 in the area that we are taking over. It was only 8 last Grandy checked. So if you're planning to come to Land Madness on Tour, where we are taking over a little corner of Epic Land 45 in Kettering, if you are planning to come, there are 8 cheaper tickets left. So be aware. Compass should be banned from the tournament. Acro, I don't know what you mean. You clearly want to. You love it. Barracks on the way down for Will. Is he going to be Marlian Gaming? I mean, I'd like that. With trying to be a nuisance, putting transports in the way, just missing it just a little. Just needs to be a little further over to just make it that little bit inefficient. Barracks also on the way down for Alfred. Fuelage in for 4 players. 3 still on the way up for Team Brexit. All maps are bad. Admins are at fault. What are we drinking? I'm not drinking anything at the moment. A true tragedy. It was probably. I know it's past midday, and I could start, but I didn't want to do too much daytime drinking because I'm going to be casting for a long time yet. We got a lot. Ban all King Boos. It's a realistic aim, I think, for a great many people. Right, with Fuelage in, we have like this is gonna be so. This is gonna be so hard to. This is gonna be so hard to watch because, like, where the action is, everybody is all over the shop, and you can't. I can't even tell like which team is where. Tower around Acro's base, as the Marlians have tower and archers. Plenty of docks for Lowerty. Thought Shrubland would be worse, but it's definitely Compass, says Daisy. Daisy also not a Compass fan. I mean, it's chaotic, right? Like it's completely chaotic. You've got all of that water in the midst, and then the fact that because your water, everybody's placing their TCs pretty much immediately when they get there. You can be pressured from the water, and then the fact that there's land and gold that you've got to go to, so you're exposed to like scout raids and archer play. It's just a nuisance. 0 Cumans played on Compass so far. That's why people are complaining. It's a thing. It's a thing. I love me some galley micro. They're like galleys. They're just fun archers, right? They're fun archers. Cumans pretty much perma-banned. They would be strong, wouldn't they? Would be strong. Able to like throw down your first starting TC, hit Fuelage, and immediately put your second TC on gold a little bit further in. Gold and wood. Have it so you can't really be pushed off your gold easily. Would be, I think, really nice for a lot of players. Fires don't seem to be cutting the mustard from Acro. Robo able to just micro that down with minimal losses. And who has the advantage? It's 32 military to 21. Team Brexit has the Vil lead technically, but I guess some of their positions are not ideal. With Acro being bottom score and with a bit of pressure on. Are we going to have to run them away? I mean, it's not like the TC is going to die anytime soon. It's a Persian TC, so we're pretty safe. And, you know, we've got an ally nearby. Watch the archers from Alfred. Okay, Alfred, where you at? I was like, click the archers. Let us see. Well, these ones are on poor Lowerty's gold. No response there. That's a goat. They kill one. There's a llama. Where's his more? He's got to have more. We've got archers. Okay, they're just looping about. Is he gonna get more damage? kills another one. Forces poor Lowerty off goal. Fletching on the way in for Paradox, who at least has 10 galleys in the mix. Can take a decent fight against Emu. If the micro's good. Skirms. Marley Skirms. I mean, I guess that's hamstering. Market on the way down. How close are people to being able to click up? Not particularly. So this is just for some market abuse. Emu has a Sneakville behind Alfred. I mean, it's not much of a sneak if if it's got houses there. Taking gold together. Towers up. It's a map. It's definitely a map of all time. But now we're getting to the to those galley mass numbers. Overall, like, mass is in favour of Team Robo, right? Like, they're good, but if they don't take the fight together, we could balance out those numbers. So water control looks like it's mostly won by Team Robo. The combo of Robo and Paradox, OP, please nerf. Skirms, dude. I kind of hate it. Like, I kind of hate it. Alfred's small number of archers are still on their tear. That's 4 kills. 5. There's the 5. There's more on the way over to join. As back we go to gold. Still not really securing it. Alfred's still able to kind of trickle stuff over. Archers and skirms. And houses and nuisance. Castle Age on the way in for Robo and Alfred. Emu probably going to get surrounded. Poor Steve had a game. I mean, he's got a small number of galleys. I'm not sure what he's joining in with them with. Will, like, just hear me out, right? Galley fight, great and all, but imagine if the Romans had done something else, made some infantry, joined in. I don't know. Instead, we've lost a lot of vills. Down at 19. Poor Steve. Poor Steve. Will, the tower gets rushed down. Scouts picking off a couple of the villagers. Villager kills that villager. And now with the combo of vill fighting and scouts, can we kill another one? Yes, we do. Do we just pull them back? Maybe. On the water. I mean, it looks like we managed to take a decent engagement there, but we're still behind. It's the number of Robo units. Castle Age landing, Bodkin in, and they know that they can't do anything. Permastuck. GG. Another speedrun game. As we level this out, Team Robo claps back on hybrid. Total brutal domination. Poor Steve. Poor Steve. And I guess a chunk of it is down to... Do you think it was like a poor comms thing? Like, archers come over. Did Lowerty comm that the archers were heading over? Because it hit the vills and we sort of weren't able to react to it speedy. Like, these archers are on the opposite side of the map to where they started. Like, the opposite. Yeah, everything kind of went wrong. It did feel like everything kind of went wrong, but then again, it's a watery hybrid map, super chaotic. Things going wrong is normal, you know, especially with a nomad start on top of that. Like, so much is down to like where your initial TC is at, who ends up next to you, what kind of pressure ends up on top of you. And if you end up in a situation where two of the players who are both able to go on water and are going to be leaning onto water heavily, which was the two that we wanted to be on water, are together, completely unmolested, and one of our water players is effectively completely nerfed out of it, and we're relying on two players that are still on the same island. Well, three players together on the one island, but we've got a little saboteur who's able to like do some land nuisance. Yeah, don't really get emus landing. Well, I don't. I'm not sure it achieved much, did it? What happens next got me into an existential crisis. I couldn't sleep tonight. Poor Acro. We shall see. Shall we see what made Acro so sad? Oh, let's actually, before we do that, we should tick off the civs. We should tick off them civs. To the TV, so that was a win with Dravidians, that was a win with Vikings, that was a win with Malians, not a surprise, and Incas, that was a loss with Romans, Armenians, Japanese, and Bengalis? Right, have I got that right? Was it Bengalis there? No, it was Persians. You're right. I thought something was wrong. That leaves going into arena Portuguese, Khmer, Bengalis, and Malay. The classic Malay arena against Lithuanians, Italians, Teutons, and Byzantines. Are we? And Burmese, if we wanted. So I'm not expecting Malay. We do have Berbers at the bottom. So what? Portuguese, Khmer, Bengalis, and Berbers versus... do we go Italians here? They don't have a good answer to ballista elephants plus Portuguese gunpowder. Okay. Like Italians, Lithuanians, Teutons, Byzantines? Is that? Yeah. Is that the option? Let's see. As we hop into the third and final game of this set. Any changes to the teams? We do. We have subbed in Sieste, which means we've lost Steve. No, but no changes at all to Team Alfred, right? Like, because it's Will, the beast that he is. There we go, we got Burmese, Lithuanians, Italians, and Teutons versus Khmer, Malay, Portuguese, and Bengalis. Okay, civs to go, and time to kill. Put your feet up, have a nap. You had to have something like Korean, Ethiopian, plus Turk, bombard cannon. They did have Koreans, just use them up. We've got some, Malay spam. There's some solid elephants here as well. We've got Teuton Siege. How many tower rushes? I mean, Teutons. We could be tower rushing. It's a Teuton pocket, so I'm not expecting it. Robo's here, flanking. Alfred, though. He's a gamer. John was just completely unavailable this week. We didn't banish him to the shadow. Are you sure? R.I.P. John. Fast forward Dark Age. Oh, please. Give me some joy. Send all the Vills forward to just start hammering down on stone walls. Like, just all of them. One player deletes TC, remakes TC at the front, batters the gate down, and we just Vill rush this right at the start. Just throw everybody for a loop. That's the strat. New arena strat. Heard it here first. It seems that everybody is somewhat leaning on the idea that Team Breakfast's Civ comp is unassailable. Nobody has. I mean, other than the Teutons and a bit of Italian could do some stuff. Like, gunpowder's good. They have condos. I'm interested to see this because I didn't look outside my base for the first 26 minutes. Well, it's arena, so nobody really needs to look outside of their base at all for the first 20 minutes in game time. It's just, it's a game of relaxation and then Castle Age, right? Like, what are the reason that people might go to Feudal Age a little bit earlier is maybe so one or two of the players could contest relics easier, but it's not really a thing in team games. Like, you don't really care so much. I would suggest fast forwarding the start a bit since it's arena. Need to see why Acro had weird uptimes. I mean, what's Siest little idle time? None for Acro. Just melee things. Yeah. It might be longer than the other two. That's alright. See, the thing is today, we're not rushing. I've got all damn day. It's actually an optimized melee feudal boom with 24 pop. Optimized. So things to learn here, like 10 on, with heavy on food, 11 on food. Grabbing sheep, pulling them in, not taking more than one with each group. Dedicated. We're shift clicking this. 7 on wood. Finish pushing in. Scout staying at home so we don't lose it. Definitely a deliberate choice. Rushing Feudal Age with melee doesn't make any sense. You say it makes no sense, but you did Feudal Boom anyway. Feudal Age on the way in for Will. Has some farms down. Gold on the way to be collected. Pretty much everybody at least on the way to start their gold grabbing. Timing's pretty consistent for everybody except Acro, but that's just melee things. Look, the day that I pronounce a French name correctly is the day that I pronounce a French name correctly. There, have that. Tresbon. Yeah, it's a ceaster. Ceased. Will he cease to exist in this game? I'm not sure he will. Maybe Ceasty here will do well in Castle Age. Okay. Acro now throwing down those extra farms. Little bit of they're all moving together. which is nice. Do you think they've just clicked follow? They're just making the so Est is in charge of scouting, and the rest of the team is just mother goosing round this. That's quite cute, you know. Nobody else has thought of this this new high quality strat. Yeah, Acro's just doing his own thing. He's not joining in. He's pinging. He's like, hey, scouts over here. They're like, okay, the train is coming over. They're pinging it. They're looking. Feudal Age lands now finally for the last of our players, but Castle Age is comfortably on the way for pretty much everybody else. There we go. So it is a hearty feudal boom for Acro. Mark it. 29 Vils. So again, you've also got to take into account their uptimes are just so much better. Acro's still like, no, they're over here. They're over here. But Paradox is going to be able to reach the captain fight just that little bit faster. Nice reaction though. Acro definitely keeping an eye on it. And they are able to take the fight together. Good teamwork. Good teamwork and good reactions from everybody. Castle Age lands in first for Will, the Castle Age fast castling beast, as the Teutons. What will the plan be though? Are we just booming? Vils look like they're moving over. Kind of looks like a second TC vibe to me. Second TC. Okay, second TC there. Made too many farms. Well, no barracks, no stable, so it is just passive booming. Had no res for the third TC. Second TC. Second and third TC for Alfred. Acro is now on his way up, and Soyesti is landing now. Castle for Emu. So that's pretty immediate. This could be some damage onto Robo. Robo looks like he's going for the castle up himself pretty soon though. Castle Age will land. I imagine we've got probably enough res, yeah, for Robo to immediately throw down the castle. So groovy. It's kind of mad how fast we can get up with the melee. We have some support, and we move forward with Vils. Barracks on the way down for Alfred in a defensive. Well, I mean, defensive spot. I mean, it's in the base, but like that seems super close to a TC. For the record, when Alfred said he wanted to boom on flank, we said, no, Alfred, don't boom on flank. Alfred, he hears your opinions of booming on flank and says, no, I boom on flank. A bit like Alfred in last game, who goes, no, I fast castle flank. I fast castle unique unit flank. Yeah, especially versus melee. Well, he's not even managed to quite pull off a full boom, as we've got one spear out. And melee. Monks. Gonna be on the way. Second TC on the way down for Paradox. Third TC on the way in for Lower T. What is our castle? I mean, we've already started to mass up a few organ guns as we're out to try and grab some relics, but we are keeping an eye out with some scouts for it. Gate will go down. Was Alfred doing a panic yet? That game 1 strat was approved of. We can't blame Alfred for that. For the record, when Emu went over to my side with organs, I said it's important that elephant archers have a meat shield. Okay. where are we gunning for here? Are we just putting all of our team together? So no pressure at all on Robo. No karambits. 4th TC. so it's like aggro is on its way in. And what we're hearing from that is like, no, it's fine. This is Alfred's fault. So we leave him. But then nobody decided to actually put any pressure on Alfred. So Alfred's boom has been left completely untouched. Alfred did not stop booming at all. He put some friggin' palisade walls up and just keeps going like it's open. it's open, and he's like, no, this is fine. Imp on the way in for Acro. Oh, this could be good. This could be good. Clutch University. I mean, it should still go down, but like, right? It's like he planned it. Doesn't go down, and we're in. That was my best moment of the game, to be honest. Oh no. Well, 4 TCs, and so there's not necessarily a huge amount of damage that can be done here. And if we re-wall, we'll stop any trickle. It's not like organ guns running over can do a fat lot. We've got some Robo monks on the way in to try and convert some of the organs. It is probably worth re-walling. Second castle on the way down, putting some more pressure on Alfred as Paradox is chilling. Paradox is chilling. Imp in for Robo. Trebs. Treb Monk. Imp is also in for Acro, and we have the first of our Trebs out. Over onto Alfred as well. Paradox starting to think about getting some military in place, I guess. It's a bit of a boom. We do re-wall. Force the deletes. Doesn't look like we managed to get any conversions there. As the monks come over, as we join in to try and put some pressure at the front. So a lot of this is on Alfred. At this point, Alfred still wasn't panicking. Where is the first castle of Alfred? Well, Alfred is... He's a calm boy. The first I knew that what was happening was Paradox said, "You want to run some vills?" Because over on this side, we feel like we're in a really good spot. Like, we're 4 TCs, we're boomed up, 46 farms. We're starting to treb down Emu Warrior, who has been putting a little bit of pressure on himself. And all the while, over on this side, Alfred is, like, got some knights out, but there's 2 castles in his base. And monks are going to be useful as well. Yeah. Meat shield for the organ guns. Castle being repaired. Imp on the way in for Loyalty and Siesta. What's the plan for Siesta? What we're going to be adding in? Barracks is down. Elephant archers? Elephant archers. Okay. Alfred's first castle in front of Paradox with 8 vills. How many vills will we be able to pull out? Hopefully a few. We spot some of the additional production buildings though, so it's a bit of a clear up. Alfred down to 56 vills. Only 45 for Robo, who really did invest everything in getting to Imp on time and putting some pressure on. Castle goes down, so over on this right hand side we're still doing pretty good. It is probably time that we start having the Teutons add something into the mix as well. I don't know what that's something... Do you want the Teutons to start mixing in Cav here? Or is the aim of the Teutons just to mix in Siege? Because at the moment it just looks like Siege and more barracks. So Halb Okay. Alfred, he's a chill dude, and I hope he maintained his chillness. I hope he maintained his chillness while everything was dying. KP boys, it's the dream. No, it looks like we are going for Halb. It's not a game of... Oh, Alfred. Oh, Alfred. It's, you know, well, we ran some bills. Alfred's just, I guess, just trying to grab any amount of wood that he can before they all die. Oh, no. Thank you, darling. It's hot. I appreciate it. Ow, 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 ow. Is that because you were setting that temperature? Well, thank you. That's great. You off out?
I will be back.
In a little bit. Okay. Well, there we go. So now, so much of this is down to if we can do an equivalent amount of damage to Emu Warrior, who feels like he doesn't have a huge amount of chance left. So we are starting to preemptively run our villagers over on this right-hand side. And what's really nice is actually Emu Warrior can run his villagers all the way across the map, and he can put his villagers in Alfred's base. And if he just throws down like a TC and a mill, he can take all of this farming ecos just straight away. So it's a ready-made eco for him. And then what Alfred can do, if Alfred runs some of his surviving villagers over to this side, he can put a TC down in in Emu's base, and he's got a ready-made eco. So that'd be good. Team gaming, which we love to see, but instead we're running them all the way to the back of Will's base. If we make it there, they are being chased by the Karambits. Foot on the neck. Now Paradox is facing some of the pressure as the gate is opened and almost just let them in. Castle will go down pretty much immediately. Plenty of siege out from Lowerty as well to back them up. So now we're in a pretty rough spot. But Will, as the Teutons, Onager is in place. It's not Siege Onager just yet, which would be pretty good against the elite elephant archers. Regular Onagers are fine in large numbers, but this isn't that large numbers, and so the elephant archers can sort of, within reason, tank the shots and micro them down without the additional kind of splash damage. Onager, like, they're great, but they're not great against elite elephant archers. Up to the north, Karambits, still Karambiting. And we've done an okay job of saving quite a few vills there for Emu, so fair play. Problem is we're not now able to contribute a huge amount for a small while, not until we get a castle up or similar. And how likely is that going to be anytime soon? It's like Siast is housed for half of his time in Imp. He's not really producing much in the way of houses, and hasn't been making much in the way of castles, so yeah, not a huge surprise, and it's definitely had an impact on what has been produced. Here we go. There we go. We don't hate the set. It counts. There's swords. There was swords. And then we honoured them. Micro god, absolutely. I don't even hate condos there. It killed the Karambits. I don't think that was particularly going to be a big issue. But there we are. Lowerty and Acro's push has been pretty successful so far. Having the halbs in play is really good. We're now getting up to a good mass of Cavalier, though, for the Lithuanians. It would be nice if they were Paladin. Do we have any relics in play? We do. 3 relics for the Lithuanians. Great. Oh, no, no, no. Didn't want to change the colour. I just wanted to hop over to maybe something a little bit more relevant. KD or something. Value. Good pressure. Acro's Trebuse has been good, but all the while, there isn't really anything dealing with the push going through Sayest's base. As Robo has been quietly doing mostly a solo play down south. And it's pure conversions. Just conversions doing everything to push them away. And are we just ending up housed by the Trebs? Yes, we are. That's quite funny. When the castle's going down as well, we're just not able to produce anything. And do you not think that would we not win the fight if we just beeline? That's so many monks. That's so many monks. So Robo's effectively rolling through solo. Emu's not able to back up anybody right now because he's still trying to re-establish himself at 62 vills. Yes, Alfred's dead, but we're about to have a dead Sayest and a dead-ish Emu. Which means that we've got 3 solidly, relatively well-placed armies and economies versus only 2. Hey Rizdik, how you doing? Thank you for raiding. Glad there are shenanigans. There are plenty of shenanigans here though, and that shenanigans is it's a heck ton of monks. 52 elite elephant archers are tough to deal with. They now have Faith Paladin on the way and Ironclad up to the north. I'm expecting conversions. Aradox splitting off his paladins. They won't be paladin for another minute and a half. Well, infantry enthusiasts are, I would say we're a rare breed, but we shouldn't be considered a rare breed. We're just elite. We're just elite. An elite breed. We don't really get any conversions. We do some deletes. If we just beeline them in, instead, we're giving these monks an awful lot of respect. Sayest had no faith in his face. He could have cleared that push 15 minutes ago. And he's microing! Instead of just standing ground and just letting them go ham. Let's just use our 50... You know when they talk about the damage threshold and about going past that damage threshold? Oh dear. Well, we do clear the monks, but the amount of damage that we've managed to pull off from that is pretty good. We do have 143 villagers and a military that isn't dying anytime soon. So even though we're pop capped to a certain extent, we're not he's held. He's held nicely. Paladin up top is doing good stuff. But we are going to have to do some work. Paladin is very hard for them to deal with without significant numbers of Halb in play. And I'm not convinced that we want Lower Teeth to be our Halb player, right? Did we not want Ballista Elephants to be what the Khmer were rolling out? Having them kind of trapped on Heavy Scorp and Halberdier. A little bit of raiding, keeping Emu humble, but he's over 100 vils. Alfred, almost over 100 vils himself, and we're starting to wall up and think about trade. I don't know if we'll be able to achieve that. Robo grabbing some gold out of Emu's old base. Paladin. They don't really want to take this. Oh, God. Will's favourite hobby is killing his own units with SO. Like, it just is. We're having Paladin versus Halb. Not ideal, but I mean, we took the fight with a little bit of a Halb meat shield, and that was okay. That was okay. We only killed a couple Paladin and quite a lot of Halbs, so that's fine. That's fine. Paladin have definitely had quite a lot of damage on top of them though. Like, their health is like half the health of the total units as the group. We're getting a bit of a castle creep going on. They are aware of the fact that they're trying to wall them up, so they do want to stop them. As the push is not where we wanted it to be. Acro pushed back, castle creep coming in. They're regaining Alfred's initial lost base, and we are starting to lose position here from a dominant kind of game where it looked like Sayest was holding fine, and they were good, especially knocking out Alfred out. But Alfred's back in. Imperial Age on the way in, Elite Skirmisher and Bodkin. Crenellations on the way in for the Teutons, who I'm assuming are going to try and put some more castles in play. Monks coming over to get some free elephants for themselves, as we really want to focus on getting those walls up. Trebs getting rid of some siege, because I guess we're going to try and clear out over on this side. Caravan on the way in for Will. So where is Emu? I am... Like, Emu's up to 140 villagers. Some of them are idle, but the only military I'm seeing out of the Portuguese has been light cav, and I don't... It does look... It looks very pretty. I don't know if I love that. Like, what is light cav adding to the mix here? Yeah. I saw maybe some bombards for a little bit every so often. We're trickling in bombard cannons, and I guess our gold count must not be great. Right? Yeah, it's not great, so we're not able to get a huge amount going, and we haven't really started trading or having a safe place to do it. And it does mean that effectively Sayest is having to fight on his own. Blue's trickling in some light cav that are being a nuisance at best. And which is fine for now, until Alfred starts to be involved in the game. The Bank of Sayest. Do you think if he donated some, maybe to Emu, that we could get some siege on the field? Paradox needs the gold. Alfred's never needed gold. Paradox he's a gold needing gamer. All of the castles now down from the front. The production buildings are pressured. Team Robo definitely pushing through. And now that it's SO, this SO can do big damage here. Like, big damage. If there's like 6 to 8 SO, we can like half that number in like moments. Which would be groovy. Loyalty pinging, saying Paradox is taking gold over there. The light cav have been useful. They almost got in onto the skirms of Alfred, but alas, they got hit by Halb. Paradox takes a dire fight. That's not great. That's not great at all. Castle will go down. Plenty of siege. Treb's trying to join in. Few of the bombards go down. And we are clearing up the elephants with Halbs. We did get rid of some of the gold choppers. Can we remove them? Are we going to get those big will hits that we are promised? I'm not sure. Well, we're trying to regain the position. We don't want Paradox to be able to take gold so happily, but I think Paradox has pretty much got it all, right? 111 kills on these elephants. Fucking hell. Yeah, only 1,000 gold left there, which, you know, it's definitely an addition, but I don't think it's the be-all and end-all now. Even if we lost this spot, we got what we needed to out of it. Whiff. Did we genuinely manage to just out-micro those 5 and lose next to nothing? Really good from Seist, to be honest. Like, everything seems to be overall going fine for him. Where's our KD? There it is. KD. We've lost 79 units and killed nearly 300. Paradox again with the Paladin splits. Definitely feels like momentum is actually in favour of Team Robo here. Will just spamming his units in. Alfred over 100 pop. Really joined in. Robo keeping Seist at bay. Seist without some support his side, other than a couple bombards, he doesn't have the siege to push through quickly. And so it's a sort of slow death on this side. And I'm hoping that we're starting to get some trade up and rolling. Yeah, 14 trade carts rolling for Robo, 6 for Will. Paradox hasn't quite needed them just yet, but Will definitely will need them. And I think he's aware of it. Mark it on the way down. Where that trade will be. It's like if they manage to really lock this off, it could be really could do with a nice trade line. Nobody, I mean, we've still got this market. We've pushed this area forward. That's a pretty long trade route we could be grabbing. They're already doing okay. Look at Resbank. There is Resbank. Seist has he's really low on wood. I think wood might be a problem for Seist. For all of those wood-based units that he's been making the whole game. $72 wood choppers is what we want from the farmer. Look at the techs. Well, look at what's happening over here, right? Look at what's happening. We've got Halbs fighting Halbs, and we've got Halbs from 2 players. It's the correct decision to make. You don't even need two-handed swordsman upgrade. You can just... Don't worry, I won't have gold to make any for another 10 minutes. This is a little better. Now that we're like... Oh, Alfred coming in clutch. SO. They come diving in. They notice the vulnerability of Robo over on this side. They come in to play safety. Onager hits. They hit the bombards. Big landings. But again, it's like... Nice little bits of micro there. Really, really good. Really, really good. Great bombard use out of Emu today. And all the while, taking fights over on the left, Paradox's paladin numbers have been whittled down to next to nothing, getting a transition into light cavalry. Only got 93 vills. So, lost quite a bit of farming eco. And I imagine we're trying to transition into more trade carts, which is going to stop us being able to produce paladin. Because, you know, we need to get gold on the field again. Surely Team Robo wins this tournament, so last 2 UK team game tournaments are won by non-UK players. Well, I think every team has at least 1 or 2 non-UK players in, like, every team. It's kind of, it's a little tragic. Again, even Team Brexit, you know, we got Acro, yeah, Acro and SAES, so Germany, France, Emu. There's barely a UK player there. I don't think even Lowerty. Team Dave is the closest to a full UK player. And you know that's Dave. But Dave won GB Hidden Cup, which makes him an honorary Brit, even if he doesn't want to be. So, you know, tough tits on that. Dave Hunn, he's been forced to be British now. He's no longer Dave Hunn. He's now Dave Hull. Recastling. And there's a bit of a pushback. Military numbers still in favour of Team Brexit, and they're getting a pretty tasty push down to this south area. Soon as Emu's been joining in with Bombards and Trebs, it's a bit of back and forth. Yeah, exactly. Paradox is, he's an American. He's not an American. So pushing both sides. What I'm liking is that Alfred has he's started doing some raiding, but if anything, he needs to really raid the wood line of SAES, because we need less villagers on wood. He needs to kill all of the wood choppers. Every single wood chopper needs to die, so SAES can actually have more on food, or get rid of them and have them as trade carts. Like, we could have 20 on wood here and be in a much better spot, and have the rest as military. Anything that wasn't wood choppers. It's a scrap. Two-handed swordsman in. Gaming is finally happening. And it'll be a bit of a rout here, because you know, we're definitely going to have to rely on heavy scorpion now. As two-handed swordsman, as soon as they become champion, it takes like 10 halbs to kill one Teuton fully upgraded two-handed swordsman. Like, they're so damn tanky. So I think it's a great addition. It's a really, really good addition, especially if there's some siege to keep the scorpions nervous. R12, thank you for raiding. Welcome, everybody. I hope you're having a lovely start of the week. Well, I mean, capes are nice, but I do think two-handed swordsmen look cooler than champions. I think that's just an objective fact. So is the fact that Alfred is in and raiding, down to 99 vills. And the thing is we've killed all of the food vills, and we've left all of the wood vills alive. And we don't care about the wood vills. The condos are great. It's just you have to not kill them with your own units, like with your own siege. I will say, Emu Warrior's bombard use has been quietly really, really good here. The fact that we've got 106 kills on these small number of bombards is like it's mad how effective that they've been. Part of that is getting rid of units that are countering the elite elephant archers in every way, which means that they're able to just sort of like act like a castle, plant themselves in place, and it's good shit. More trading and raiding. And we just don't have the food eco, really. We really don't. 23,000 wood in the bank. Acro down. It's just... It's selling, buying, using everything that he can. Trying to make enough units to keep them in the game. And Sayas is just like, well, that's fine. 23,000, we're good. It is good. Like, the bombard cannons have really made a big difference over on this right hand side, until Alfred comes running in like the goddamn flight of the Valkyries, pushes back all of the siege. Missed Will out microing ballistic bombard with siege onagers. Well, I'm sorry. I should have seen that sick ballistic countering micro. Great, Alfred's doing shit. Imagine if Alfred hadn't like died in the early game and had been doing this kind of stuff from all of my micro for the game went into that moment and I missed it. Okay, sorry. It was. I'm assuming it's this one. Boom. Trebs down. Back a bit more. This one. Okay, he dodges. He dodged, dip, duck and dives. He kills 3. He kills 4. He kills 5. He dies. Okay. There you go. 5 kills on that siege onager. Yeah. There you go. That's nice. 5. So much effort, I don't know if it was remotely worth it. 5 is more than 0, so it was worth. As opposed to the 100 plus that those bombards managed to get before they died. But that's fine. You know, they've got ballistics, which obviously is cheating. 147 kills on these hand cannons as well. As opposed to these elite elephant archers, only 47? Absolute noobs. What's the KD at the moment? Like, how are we rolling? 801 to 857 for the melee. Not a huge surprise, though, because they're just spamming. Loyalty also not so great. But Sayest coming up to 800 to 300 is... ooh. These tanky, sickening units. But it doesn't look like we're ending anytime soon. We've found some stability. Nice. Again, more raiding. Killed so many vills. Only 69 vills for the Portuguese player. Gonna remake some over here, having to lean into Vitoria. Alfred's raids have been really effective. Oh, actually, 4 Vitoria on the field, 5 Vitoria on the field. Okay, there it is. Yeah, who needs vills when you got Vitoria? No, you're so right. Delete them all. Just delete them all. Go full Vittoria. Full Vittoria and trade. That's all you need. And then everything else, infantry. Or gunpowder. You know? Fine. Totally understand. Probably do need some farms, which Alfred is doing a great job of removing. Literally, the constant raids from Alfred have been such a nuisance in the back of Team Brexit's base. They still have a decent everything, but I am worried that things are starting to whittle down, and even though Team Robo has the lower score, got 500 eco to 400. They have a pretty equivalent military, and paladin and champion. I think they've got better trade. Better trade? Yeah, no trade at all for Brexit. None for lower T. Doesn't really need it. But it gives no flexibility. And only 11, yeah, for acro. So 17, 26, 20, 36. So way better trade going on for Team Robo. Imagine if we had a significant number of champions on the field. Like more than 17. Might be groovy. Chain barding armor coming in for Robo. Still yet to find a decent way of dealing with this though. Like, the elite elephant archers have been putting in work today. Elite elephant archers and bombard cannons. Yeah, turns out infinite units is strong. You are so right. It's why in free-for-all games, you really don't want to let the Portuguese players plant themselves in a corner and just start turtling up, because even if you win, it's going to take you 7 hours and you're going to want to die. It's just the worst. There you go, bombards doing bombardy things. Just not enough siege bottom side for 60 minutes. Yeah. And whenever we start to get siege forward to sort of like help a push, Alfred dives in with his hussars instead of raiding with them and picks off the siege. Like there's been a consistently really good job by Alfred in getting rid of high value units, which is great. It's making all the difference for the team and giving them an awful lot of time. But we are slow creeping. Now more than 2/3 of the map is in the direct control of Team Acro. Needs a bit more micro on the organs, so says Inu. Oh, see, it requires so many SO together to do enough damage to kill the elephants. Like, so many. And the organs are chilling at the back, trying to be using the elephants as a meat shield. It's quite funny. We are slowly trickling down on the barracks. Bombard cannons down. And again, just targeting those bombard cannons. 520. I don't think it's taking into account the fact that a lot of the eco for blue is Vittoria. Like, we've only got 25 vils, but we are able to produce because of 5 Vittoria. Well, I thought it was 5. Is it 5? Yeah, it's 5, isn't it? And it is. See, I will say, this side, even though it's more of a slow slog, we're getting more interesting hits because of the ballistic bombards. You know, like this is a more interesting fight. Over here, Halbs. It's just pokey trash fight. Not as fun. Not as fun. Will was microing his SO ever so hard. Oh dear. Elephant mass being overwhelmed by pure Halb numbers. The Halb and like just the pure trash army. I guess I had to drop top when no Scorps were built and add 50 Halbs bottom side. It's just something, yeah, something to give the elephants a bit of distraction. Just anything really to mix this up, even if it had been some rams or something. But losing this push on the right hand side is really rough. And so even though we had 2/3 of the map for a second, the pushback on the left hand side has been consistently taking all of the focus of both Acro and Lower T. There's no way I can't micro on two, so I can't look at one fight and do macro at the same time. So same. It's unfortunate that we were only just getting our markets down and we've lost our position at the front. The fact that we now don't have the elephant archer mass means that we're not able to use small numbers of siege to keep it back, and Alfred raiding, score switches. Production buildings coming down. And what's our answer gonna be? Plenty of bombards out for Paradox as well. Will top score. It's that beautiful KD. Turns out killing 1,400 units, 1,500 units is good points. Even if you lose 1,400 at the same time. Yeah. Now we're at the point where battle elephants are able to join in. And there's no Halbs, right? Like, so there's no meat shield. Oh. It's a nice, like, how much we've managed to regain, re-wall him. Manipur Cavalry is sick too, +5 damage. More bombards from Robo. Capped Ram from Paradox. I like Capped Ram. Like, even though they're like, it's just for trickling in to get rid of buildings. It's not being a meat shield. This is just a building destroyer. I love that. And Robo said he was saving for an LE switch at the minute 40 mark. Should have pushed trade. Yeah. It was. Alfred did lots of pushing trade. Lots of pressuring trade. Could have pushed with entire globe, but only pushing with siege. Tilting position, especially now that, you know, infinite unit production was good, but yeah, Siest, like, no military, right? No military on the field at all for the Greens. And like, what's our res like? Well, our res is unimportant because the GG rolls in. Position gone. They felt fortified walls coming in and resigned. Well, It would have been Will fortified walls as well. So we can see at the end of the game that Will is by far the best player. It's confirmed. It's guaranteed. Best player on the map. Nobody else even close. This is a game as a lesson. If you want something done, you have to do it yourself. I asked for 30 mins for somebody with Halb, and once I made Skirm myself, I could push. Acro is sad if he gets eliminated for losing this game. I could feel that, like, it was not in the bag, but like such a good position. There's so many points in the game. Such a weird decision for full boom for Alfred. But yeah, great set. Took a smidge of time, but not bad. After I cast the next set, I'll see if I can find what the standings are, see where people are at, because I've not looked yet. Which would be nice. I also haven't downloaded the next games yet, which is a thing. I want to download Private Sheets versus Team Twat. Maps. Civ. There we go. This is some good maps though. This is what we want to see. And now that I've downloaded those downloads, Fanji's Private Sheets, extract all. In your pop, go to my save games, whack them in there. Capture age. Watch, replays, refresh. There we go. Fun Crescent, right? Let's give you a tune for a minute. I'll be back. I need to visit the bogs. So yeah, I'll be back.